PNG, and thanks for joining us for another great show of Coca-Cola Sports Scene right here on MTV, your number one for sports in 2013. We have a great show lined up for you as we're here down here at the Holiday Inn, the pool beside me. This is also where the Papua New Guinea Rugby League Foundation is located, and we'll be speaking to Arnold Krawanti later on in the show. Firstly, to kickstart the show for this week, let's take a look at the sporting briefs. In the sports briefs this week, the Viking Dogs recently had much to smile about upon receiving their new jerseys thanks to Dulux.
We're hoping that these new uniforms will bring them more success than they've already had this season, but I actually think they look great.
And to the Commanders Cup launch, the big news as the tournament heads over to beautiful Alatau.
Into Alatau, and my personal desire is to have the cup played in Alatau.
In round 15 of the Digicel Cup, the doubleheader in Port Moresby saw the Miocs take on Sapia, Miocs defeating them 24-16. The main match saw the home team Vipers dominate the first half, leaving the Lahanis clueless. Vipers had the comfortable lead of 20-0 heading into the sheds, the match looking already in their favour. But the visitors showed why they were at the top of the ladder as they returned in kind, denying the Vipers in the second half any points. As they had their last lap sailing home 24-20, edging out the home side. In the other matches, Muruks 37 defeated Tigers 20, Lions beat Wigmen 27-18, and Gurias thrashed Eagles 62-8. After round 15, the ladder stands as Lahanis on 21 points, followed by the Gurias on 20, Miocs, Vipers and Tigers all on 18 points, Lions and Wigmen on 14, and Sapia, Eagles and Muruks all on 9 points. And there you have it, the sports brief for this week. A massive Sunday there for round 15 of the Digicel Cup. POM here hosting a doubleheader, firstly with the Miocs taking on Sapias, Miocs winning that match. Congratulations to the Miocs, and followed by the Lahanis taking on the Port Moresby Vipers. Now, as you saw in the briefs, Vipers were leading at halftime 20-0, and the Lahanis showed just why they're at the top of the ladder, coming back and taking the game 24-20 there. Sad for the Vipers there. Anyway, we'll go for our first break for the show for this week. When we come back, we speak to Arnold Krawanti. Welcome back to Coca-Cola Sports Scene. We're joined by our good friend Arnold Krawanti from the Papua New Guinea Rugby League Foundation. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Mari.
Okay, Arnold, I understand you're back from NGI. Tell us a bit about the trials up there.
Well, the trials up there, like year in, year out, the trials up there were much better than what we had last year. And the kids are also, they're actually getting better and better each year when we with the program that we're running at the moment.
So with these trials, the Schoolboy Rugby League, what exactly are you looking out for?
Well, we're looking for the next crop of players who can, actually step up to bigger things. So eventually make it into the NRL, and that's what we're actually doing at the moment.
All right. So what did the trials involve?
Well, the trials were done with all the Schoolboys League throughout the New Guinea Islands region, which is Kavieng. Buka unfortunately didn't make it. I guess they'll be in the Schoolboys competition next year. But we had Kavieng, we had West New Britain and East New Britain.
So obviously there was some great talent that you saw there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we had some really good kids from, and like I said before, every year they're all improving. We're getting better. The kids are getting better and better every year. So we had a lot of good talents out from there as well.
Okay, this is the NGI region. Have you ever gone to the other zones yet?
We started off with the southern region, which is Port Moresby and the areas around the southern region now.
How did that go?
Oh, that also went good. We still haven't completed the southern zone ones yet. We got the southern zone select side to play against Pomis to pick the actual southern zone side to represent the region.
And then you have which zone next?
We got northern region, northern zone, which is based with the schoolboys competition on Lay, and I think Kainanti is also coming in, and Wabulolo. So that's on Wednesday. We actually going up there on Wednesday to select the squad from there as well.
And what about the females? Are there any initiatives for them?
I don't know. That's a good question, Mari. We actually maybe in the long run we might think about putting schoolgirls competition in as well, because like everyone is like what everyone has been saying, it's gender equality. So we also need to do that as well, I guess. But maybe that's further down the line. We'll actually think about that.
So just for our viewers' benefit, after you go through all of these trials, what usually happens after that?
Well, after we pick the zone squad, they go to a national trial, which then we pick the under 17 and under 16 side to go and represent the country overseas. But that's after, I think it's coming up September or October, I believe. Yeah.
So are there any new initiatives that will be coming up for Schoolboy Rugby League?
Well, we're actually trying to create a pathway for our schoolboys. So, what we're basing that on is if we get into the Queensland Cup, then these are the crop of players that we're actually gonna a pathway. We're trying to create a pathway for them, so they're gonna come into that crop of players that we're looking at if we actually get into the Queensland Cup.
Now, I know you're a former Kumul. How important is this for rugby league to start at this young age?
Hey, like rugby league is a young man's game, and so the schoolboys competition is very important, because at the end of the day, these are the boys who are actually gonna go ahead and represent their country one day. And so this schoolboys competition is very important for the future of the game up here in PNG.
And it's good to see you giving back to the sport as well.
Yes, I love doing that as well. It gives me great pleasure, like getting involved with the kids and all that. And you got a big satisfaction of that when eventually you see one of those kids coming up and representing the country one day. So it gives me great pleasure in doing that.
Right. Are there other former Kumuls like you that are thinking of assisting in this sort of initiatives?
Well, I hope like a lot of them can see what we're trying to do and then come in, and we're getting a lot of response from boys around not only in Moresby but around the country as well. Like a lot of them are now coming in, like Banumapa up in the Highlands region, Toxinema also up in the Highlands region, and there's a lot of other boys who are actually coming in to try and help with the schoolboys competition. So that's a very encouraging thing.
And you're watching Coca-Cola Sports Scene. Now we join Sir John Dewani Kura, who gives us a review of how our weightlifters went at the recent Oceania Weightlifting Championships down in Brisbane, Australia.
Very proud man in the achievements that our athletes were able to accomplish in Brisbane during the Oceania and Australian National Championships, both for the seniors, the juniors, which is 21 and under, and the youth, which is 17 and under. We competed in all three categories, and would not have happened without the support of the government through the Go for Gold funding and Grassroots to Gold operational funds, and also Trukai Industries, and the allocation of funds from Go for Gold was 74,552, and from Trukai 349.48, and the grand total was 114,898 keener. So without the funding support and also the support from the Olympic Committee and the Secretary General and the staff, as well as our executive members of the Weightlifting Federation, Frank Robbie in particular, who was responsible for travel, accommodation, passports and visas to ensure that all of our athletes, or most of our athletes, did compete. Unfortunately, we had to leave about 10 athletes behind due to passport issues. The overall results in the females, we had 2 gold medals. In the seniors, Dikato and Monalisa Kasman, 2 silver, Guba Halle and Lorraine Harry, and bronze with young Gary. We also, in the male senior category, we had 2 gold medals, Stephen Curry as well as Moria Baru. And the 4 top athletes, Dika, Guba, Moria and Stephen, are all at the institute in Numia. The rest are under coach Douglas Mayer, and I'd like to thank both coaches, Douglas as well as Paul Koffa, for getting all of our athletes to this level as our starting point. Sir Moyave, as part of the Games Authority Board, is always very interested to see how we do, especially our rising stars, and unfortunately he's traveling. The minister is traveling also, and Minister Justin Tachenko is traveling, and also Costas is already in Sydney for one of the, I think it's either oil search conference. So unfortunately they were not able to be here, but we will submit our reports to them. In the juniors, female, we had 1 gold medal to Lorraine Harry, and 1 silver to Kari Kevau. And in the junior category, in the male, we had 2 gold medals. One was Stephen Curry, and the other was Fred Orla. And Fred also did well in winning a bronze in the seniors, a gold in the juniors, and a gold in the youth. So Fred is our rising star. We also had a good support in other medals won by the other athletes, to mention. But all in all, in the females we had 9 medals, and in the males we had 7 medals, a total of 16 medals, and it augurs well for us for the future. But having said that, we have to take into account that quite a few of the athletes from the Pacific may not have been able to attend because of financial issues and problems. So we are not going to rest on our laurels, and our team is back into full training once again. And our team for Wallace and Fortuna will be finalized this afternoon based on all the results that we achieved, and handed to the Olympic Committee tomorrow morning in preparation for. But the overall objective is 2015, and it was a fantastic event to attend, facing all of the best from Oceania. And as I said before, the Australians were having the national championships at the same time, and we also had full contingent from Kiwi land, and they also acquitted themselves very, very well. And so in going forward, I'd like to again thank Trukai Industries for their ongoing support, as well as the government through Grassroots to Gold funding, and also the part that the Sports Foundation has played, and the staff of the Olympic Committee have played in ensuring that we did get our team to Brisbane. And as I said during the press conference, I also give the gold medal to our athletes and officials for being good ambassadors for Papua New Guinea. Their behavior was exemplary, and we didn't have any disciplinary issues. They all lived in one location as a team and competed as a team. So it was a fantastic result for us, and we look forward to the challenges of the future.
Welcome back to Coca-Cola Sports Scene. Now, unfortunately, it is that time when we wrap up another great show for the week. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show and can join us same time next week on Monday night. And remember, the Coke 500ml is only 3 kina, so purchase that, more Coke value for you. And until same time next week, it's good night from us.
Taraka Viking Dogs. We're very grateful to Dulux Group in general. They've been supportive for the last, this is the 3rd year, actually this will be the 4th year. I spent over about 50,000 kina in the club in the last 4 years, and we're very grateful. And I'm sure the players here, supporters and management are very grateful to the club. And I hope this partnership carries on for the future. And I'm sure rugby in Lae progresses as well with this support as well.
On behalf of myself, the president of Marlborough Rugby, and all of my officials, I'd like to thank Dulux not only for supporting Scrum, but coming on board and supporting this local team, Viking Dogs. They've done it for 4 years, and it's a very, very honourable thing to do for a court like Rugby Union.
Rugby union is a military game. Why is it a military game? Because that's where everything about military is there. It's a team effort. It's unlike rugby league. Military is about teamwork, and it is demonstrated in the rugby field. It is proven for weakness, teamwork, perseverance, endurance, and timely employment of reserves. It's man over ground. That's why we use this game as a vehicle to promote comradeship, comradeship, from the unit to the entire force.